Someone's run out of chances. The universe just called time. Game over. Not the kind where you get another life, another level, another opportunity to do better next time. Final, absolute. The kind of ending that doesn't negotiate, doesn't offer extensions, doesn't care about excuses or apologies or promises to change. God, fate, karma, cosmic justice, whatever name you give, the force that maintains balance, it just stepped into a situation involving you and said, enough. Enough of someone's toxicity poisoning your peace. Enough of patterns repeating that should have been broken years ago. Enough of you being treated like you're disposable. Enough of them getting away with behavior that would have destroyed anyone else by now. The scales just balanced. Hard, swift, without warning. And here's what you need to understand. This isn't you doing anything. You didn't manifest this. You didn't pray hard enough or think positive enough or vibrate high enough. This is beyond you, above you, operating on frequencies you can't control or influence. This is divine timing meeting human consequence. And when those two forces collide, empires fall, bridges burn. People who thought they were untouchable discover they've been living on borrowed time that just ran out. Someone in your sphere is about to experience consequences they've been dodging, consequences that finally caught up, consequences that don't care about their excuses. Let me show you what divine intervention actually looks like when it happens. First, it's sudden. No warning bells, no gradual decline. One day they're fine, operating like always, getting away with what they've always gotten away with. Next day, collapse, complete, spectacular. The kind where everyone watching knows exactly why it happened, even if the person experiencing it tries to play victim, tries to act shocked, tries to blame circumstances or bad luck or anything except their own choices that built this moment brick by brick. Career implosions happen overnight. Reputation destruction spreads like wildfire. Relationships they took for granted suddenly evaporate. Money they counted on disappears. Health they ignored demands attention they can't postpone. Whatever they valued most, whatever they thought made them powerful or important or untouchable, that's exactly what gets dismantled when God steps in. Because divine intervention is surgical, precise. It knows exactly where to strike for maximum impact. You'll recognize it by the speed, by the totality, by how everything crumbles at once instead of one thing going wrong that they could recover from. This is coordinated collapse. Every support beam removed simultaneously, every safety net torn, every escape route blocked, and they'll look around wondering how it all went wrong so fast. Never quite connecting that so fast was actually after years of warnings they ignored, after countless chances they wasted, after hurting so many people who are now watching karma deliver what they always knew was coming. This reflection invites you to consider who in your reality has been dodging consequences they absolutely deserved. Second, it's proportional. God doesn't send hurricanes for minor offenses. Divine intervention matches the crime. The deeper the harm they caused, the more devastating their fall. The more people they hurt, the more public their humiliation. The longer they got away with it, the harder the ground hits when they finally land. Someone who emotionally abused you for years, watch their next relationship expose them publicly. Someone who sabotaged your career, watch theirs implode through their own incompetence finally being undeniable. Someone who played with your heart like it was a game, watch them get played by someone who does it better, colder, with less mercy than they ever showed you. The punishment fits always. And it's not about you being vindictive. It's not about you wishing harm. You might not even be thinking about them anymore. That's the beauty of divine timing. It doesn't need your participation, doesn't need your anger fueling it, doesn't need you focused on revenge. It just happens. When it's time, when the debt comes due, you'll hear about it through mutual friends, through social media, through that weird coincidence where their downfall becomes visible to you just when you finally healed enough to witness it without being destroyed by it. Just when you've reached the place where you can see them getting exactly what they deserve and feel nothing. Or maybe relief, or maybe just quiet satisfaction that the universe keeps its books balanced after all. This reflection invites you to consider, are you ready to witness someone's fall without it consuming you? Third, it's irreversible. They don't bounce back from this. They don't rebuild to previous heights. They don't return to who they were before divine intervention dismantled them. Some losses are permanent. Some reputations stay destroyed. Some trust, once shattered on this scale, never gets repaired. Game over means game over. They might survive. They might find new normal. But they don't get their old life back. They don't get to restore what divine justice decided they had no right to keep. The door closes, locks. No master key opens it again. And this is where you have to check yourself. Because watching someone who hurt you get devastated, even righteously devastated, even deservedly devastated, that does something to you. It tests you. Are you the person who gloats, who celebrates publicly, who makes sure they know you're watching them fall? Or are you the person who witnesses silently, takes the lesson, and keeps moving forward with your own life? Both are human. Neither is wrong. But one keeps you tied to them energetically, and one sets you free. Whew. Divine intervention already handled the justice part. You don't need to pile on. You don't need to make it worse. The universe doesn't need your help finishing what it started. Your only job is deciding what this moment teaches you about patience, about faith, about trusting that wrong doesn't go unpunished forever, even when it seems like it will, is less than #0, 5# is greater than. This reflection invites you to consider, will you be gracious in their downfall? Or will you let their fall pull you down into ugliness that doesn't serve you? And here's the hardest part. Sometimes divine intervention doesn't look like punishment. Sometimes it looks like removal. They just disappear from your reality. No dramatic collapse, no visible consequences. Just gone. They move away. They change circles. They fade into irrelevance. And you never get the satisfaction of seeing them suffer the way they made you suffer. That's intervention too. God protecting you by removing the poison before you drink more of it. By closing access before more damage occurs. By making them someone else's problem, someone else's lesson, while you get to heal in peace without their presence constantly reopening wounds. And I know that feels unsatisfying. I know you wanted visible justice, wanted proof that hurting you cost them something, wanted them to know, to feel, to understand what they did. But sometimes the lesson isn't for them, it's for you. Learning to release the need for revenge, learning to trust divine timing even when you can't see it working, learning that your healing doesn't require their suffering, your peace doesn't require their punishment, your freedom doesn't require their acknowledgement that they were wrong and you were right. Sometimes enough is enough just means enough of you carrying this, enough of you waiting for closure that may never come, enough of them occupying space in your head and heart is less than hashone. Zero hash is greater than. God stepped in by removing them, by giving you distance, by creating circumstances where you can finally let go. That's intervention. That's grace. That's divine protection operating through removal rather than destruction. Can you accept that? Can you let that be enough? Game over. Enough is enough. Divine intervention executed. What happens next is entirely up to you. Will you stay free? Will you move forward? Will you build something beautiful on the ground that's finally clear of their presence, their toxicity, their power over your peace? Or will you stay stuck watching their story, tracking their consequences, waiting for more punishment to rain down when the punishment that already happened was your liberation? Choose freedom, choose forward, choose the life that's possible now that God removed the obstacle you couldn't remove yourself.